What's up, gang? And welcome back to another edition of Road Tripping with the Roots.
Hi, guys. I hope everybody is having an amazing Monday and start of your week. If you were in here, thank you so much. Be sure to like this live and share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Whew, guys. Party in the USA, Thor.
What up, Chris?
Whew.
Deron, I see you one time, baby.
Right. He said no CP for me.
Nicole, what's up? Anyway, yeah. Marvels. What if, y'all? How y'all feeling about this season, man? I know last episode was a dud. Right?
I think what's next? Last episode was a miss, but they're teeing it up pretty nicely for the finale. And I think it's gonna be a 2-part finale.
For sure.
The way
100%.
they if you guys didn't see the way they kind of teed up the trailer, it said episode 8 and 9.
Yeah.
So they're going to be together, and we'll just forget that Party Thor ever happened.
Well, you know what I was going to say to you on here? I was waiting until we went live to say this to you. It seems as though Party Thor, not even Party Thor, just Thor in general, he stays getting pulled up on. Right?
Yeah.
Thanos pulled up on it.
Yeah.
Now Ultron's pulling up on it. Is it because he's the strongest Avenger? That might be why. That might be part of it.
Thor, they just want to test your gangster, Thor. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Okay. But we see Ego, right?
Yeah.
I want to say Egon. Ego is back. I know. That's what I was thinking. Ego is back. So we will finally see Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Right?
The Peter Quill of
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Peter Quill.
We will see Gamora.
Yeah.
It looks as though we will see Star-Lord T'Challa again. So I'm here for that. The Watcher is gonna stop watching and gonna start doing.
Yep, that's what I think too.
And
I think actually Ultron is gonna boot the Watcher out.
Well, I know you were talking.
He's going to evict the Watcher.
No. Well, listen, Infinite Ultron. So they didn't even explain to us how Ultron acquired all of the stones.
Right.
I think at some point, if the Watcher gets himself involved, right, and tries to unite all of the Avengers from different galaxies, different timelines, that may give us It may tie in TVA.
Yeah, I doubt it. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
It could from the standpoint of, okay, you were supposed to take care of this and you dropped the ball. So we need a more hands-on team.
Yeah.
So that might be it. I don't know. What are you guys thinking?
You want to hear my fantasy episode here?
Sure.
All right. So seems as though the Watcher's going to be gathering and assembling people from different timelines, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got Infinite Ultron or Ultimate Ultron, whatever they're going to call him. I feel like it should be Infinite since he has the Infinity Stones. But
we'll see.
So he has the stones. Then you have zombie Thanos waiting on the Mind Stone to come to Wakanda from another timeline, right? And then you have Thanos with the Guardians. Can it be that Thanos from the Guardians get the stones and have to beat Ultron? Could it be that Thanos is going to end up being the hero after being the ultimate villain?
So that would be amazing. I don't know. I mean, that would be, if Thanos ends up the hero, I think that would be a great way to tee up the Eternals, because in my mind,
yes, I didn't even think of that.
I think, Thanos said, I'm just doing my job. I'm just taking care of this. And when you see the Eternals trailer, you see Salma Hayek talk about Thanos eliminated half of the population, and these humans fixed it in just one snap. I think the Eternals sent Thanos to balance things out. So,
you mean in the main timeline?
In the main timeline. So this would help give us, soften us up to what Thanos' angle was, and then get us ready for Eternals.
That's just me.
But I don't know if Thanos could beat.
Now, I don't think What If was supposed to come out before Duran, to your question. It was just one of those things that I said on the last video. Like, since we had Loki first and we know the TVA exists, then they should have implemented them in the What Ifs, because, they're going around and they're pruning fractured timelines. Well, we're seeing mad fractured timelines right now.
Well, the Watcher's saying it, right? And maybe the Watcher isn't properly reporting back. The Watcher didn't turn in his paperwork.
So you thinking the Watcher's reporting to the TVA?
No, but it could be a spin where the Watcher is reporting to one of He Who Remains, right?
Yeah.
Say He Who Remains had, the Watchers, and they failed, and he said, I've got to get granular, and then he orchestrates the TVA.
Oh, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, we have all of this stuff coming, so they're going to set it up in the cartoons just to get the feelers.
Yeah. Right?
So just like with the zombies.
Yes.
Now they know, okay, we can go live action.
Live action.
Yeah.
But we're going to see Black Panther Killmonger in this. Hey, we're going to see Black Panther Killmonger in this.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
At some point they're going to have to pay off the Shuri Pepper Potts.
Well, you see her in the preview.
Yes, and
they will.
You see that moment where you have Nick Fury say "Welcome back," right, to Captain America, and we know that Captain Carter's on the scene. So there are going to be levels to this. I don't know.
He's saying he's got it. I don't know, unless they do some time traveling. He might be saying "Welcome back" to the Tiny Cap that was from Captain Carter's timeline.
But it was our timeline, Captain America's shield.
Okay.
It wasn't Peggy's shield.
That's true. What's up, Reese?
So I'm telling you this. Last week was disappointing. I couldn't get into it, and comment down below if you could. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it again. I wanted to watch it again for the Easter eggs, but I was like, I can't even do it.
So, back like Duran just said, testing the market, right? So I think that Out of Shape Thor was such a hit that they were like, okay, maybe we'll do Party Thor. Maybe we can make that ring off.
Just give us dad bod. Give us dad bod Thor. Okay. I do see that we have Loki back, and he's no longer the frost giant as we saw in Party Thor.
You didn't miss anything.
No. So Tasha liked last week. It made her laugh. I guess the bar had been set so high that I was just like, no. I didn't even like, in full of disclosure, I love me some Howard the Duck. I didn't even like Howard the Duck in that. I was just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, it was more me looking in the background for everything versus the storyline. Yeah, they played me on that one. But, like I said, calm before the storm.
Well, you could tell by the music. Just in the trailer, it was like ominous music. I don't know. You're going to see both Doctor Stranges. So that's going to be, strange.
I mean, it was just like Thor Ragnarok end credits. You know what I mean? When you see Thanos' ship pull up on their ship from Ragnarok, it was the same thing. He just pulled up on them.
I know.
Now, if he's going to go to Wakanda and Ultron takes over Killmonger's robots, then maybe we're going to have a problem there. You know what I mean? Killmonger got to go at Ultron as well.
I think it is I think the fight scenes are going to be epic, because you are going to see people battle together against something that you've never seen battle together. So you're going to see, if you get just a glimpse of Thanos with his daughters fighting. He has trained them and conditioned them. So you've got Nebula, you've got Gamora, and you've got Thanos. Those three alone, that's a powerhouse.
Right.
Even though Killmonger did it the wrong way, to have Star-Lord T'Challa and Killmonger Black Panther fight in together.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna. I think they're really gonna just show off. Yeah. They're gonna show off, and I'm here for it.
I just think the Killmonger aspect of things might throw a wrench in it, because Ultron, he can be everywhere. He can be anywhere. You know what I mean? That's what makes Ultron hard to defeat. Is because he can be in anything that's electronic.
I know.
So, it's going to be a lot of electronics out there. So we'll see. It's going to be good. I don't think they'll let us down. They saved it. They saved it for last.
What was that movie, guys, that, comment down below if you remember. Was it Johnny Five or something? What was the movie where, or Short Circuit?
Yeah, Johnny Five.
Is that the movie where, there's a movie where all the machines take over?
Oh, no,
that wasn't Short Circuit.
That was Die Hard, where they had the little robot spiders and all that stuff.
Corey will try to add Die Hard into anything right now.
She's mad.
Post-October, Corey, Die Hard is a holiday movie for him, and he said what he said. It might be that, I don't know. Because, just imagine, guys, Peter Quill, his dad shows up, and all of a sudden, the Blizzard Maker comes to attack.
Duran asks, will he be pulling anyone from the zombie timeline as a surprise?
I think
Ultron's going to get all of the villains that we have seen. Just like, the Watcher's going to get all the heroes that we've seen. I feel like Ultron's going to gather up all the villains that we've seen and make a super villain team versus the superhero team.
Well, this is what I was thinking. And I there's too much, right, to put into 2 episodes. But are we going to get, and maybe in season 2, are we going to get any love for the anti-heroes?
Hold on. Duran said you thinking about Wally.
You know what? You know what?
And Die Hard is a holiday movie from Tasha.
Corey stands by that statement.
And Lisa. I got my co-signers.
Listen, I wonder, I want to see, and again, maybe not this season because there's so much going on, but I do want to see Valentina Fontaine's crew show up in What If.
No.
And I said maybe season 2.
Oh, season 2.
Because I'm like, you know what? You've got the heroes versus the villains. I want to see a little anti-hero action.
Yeah. I mean, it's all ramping up. We got Secret Invasion. We got Secret Wars coming,
I don't even know what to think about No Way Home.
Right. Just think about
Doctor Strange is going to blow my mind. I'm trying to make it to the Eternals, which again, I stand by my statement. I think the Eternals are the ones that sent Thanos to balance things out.
That's a good one.
And they're like, wait a minute, we are the OGs. We are superior. We are the Eternals. And some guy with a gauntlet snap and reverse what we worked on.
Because what's my homegirl's name? Not Angelina Jolie, but the
Salma
other
Hayek.
actress. Salma Hayek is in the trailer, talking about Thanos.
That.
I'm saying though, so with her talking about it, is she saying it as if she regretted them sending him? You know what I mean?
So here's the thing, right? Eternals won't step in if it's human and human conflict, right? They could only step in if it is they're not called Eternals. What are they called?
The Celestials?
Celestials.
So that would be like Ego.
No. What is Thanos?
Thanos is a deviant.
Deviant.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the Eternals are deviants.
Yes.
Okay.
What's up, Bree?
They say, hey, Bree.
What's up, Darius? Darius had a question, by the way.
Okay, we'll get to it. But the Eternals say that, hey, if another deviant comes in, we then step in. They didn't step in when Thanos showed up. That's because you hired him. You hired Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are going to see a nicer Thanos, and a Thanos kind of saved the day in these last 2.
Mm-hmm. No, Duran actually answered it. He gave the answer I was going to give. Darius said, will there be a Hawkeye What If? And, I'm sure there will be, but like he was saying, maybe season 2 after the Disney Plus jumps off. After that series.
Yep. And Tasha, I agree. I cannot wait to see Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bree, listen. So Lisa is asking Bree about, is talking about the PB&J cider at DCA. Going off the track really quick. Guys, listen, I'll risk it all for peanut butter and jelly flavored anything.
This is true.
I am here for it. Corey can have Die Hard as his movie. There are two things about me that will always remain the same: soup and PB&J. I could live off of those. I could live off of soup and PB&J. Like
she's not lying. And green tomatoes, fried green tomatoes. That's your vegetable.
I got another ledge though with fried green tomatoes, which I normally don't. I wonder too, and I still say this. I wonder if there'll be a little bit longer, and I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, no, I'm not,
because there is a lot to shore up. Because what happens if the watcher intervenes? Who's checking the watcher? That's where I'm thinking he who remains. Somebody has to check the watcher. The watcher is not. And he missed a lot of things.
I don't know.
Some stuff went down with Party Thor.
The watcher.
Like, watcher, what are you watching?
Yeah, he's definitely looking at something else sometimes.
Watcher was on his phone. Watcher, put down Candy Crush, okay? Thor is messing stuff up.
Oh, no, he's playing Royal, the King's Royal or whatever.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure they'll bring Captain Marvel back. I think they're gonna bring everybody back. So I think we're gonna see Black Widow. We're gonna see Tony. We're going to see
all
both
from
of the captains.
Though.
All from different timelines. So I'm excited.
And don't forget that they showed Tony doing the snap with the stones as well. So you had those set of stones out there too.
And then you've got the stones as paperweights in the TVA.
And then you got the stones as paperweights.
And yes, Tasha, thank you. Tasha reminded me as soon as soup season, for the record, soup season's always in season for me, but like this justifies the big Dutch, my Dutch oven soup. But I've forgiven them. I'm not as mad as I was after watching episode 7. And now that I've seen the preview, I'm excited. And I'm like, listen, we were able to see Infinite Ultron in the end. Thank you for that.
Here's what's crazy about that episode. We usually go back and watch episodes multiple times. We have yet to go back and watch this.
I know.
Even for the Easter eggs. I know.
And Corey thought it was a rom-com. And I had to come to the defense. Now, listen, I'm not heavy in these rom-com streets, but I'm starting to appreciate the genre. Do not put that train wreck under a rom-com. You can't.
It was.
No. You have to put it as what if the Marvel interns wrote a script. That's
what if this was a rom-com, Corey won't be watching it. Mm-mm. So it goes under the same file of I'm not watching.
No. Okay, watcher.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the watcher, and that one is not getting watched.
I mean, it really was hard, but I'm looking forward. Any predictions or any surprise? They have really given us so much that I don't know what they could do to shock us.
Thanos, the Thanos that's in the Ravagers with Star-Lord T'Challa, he'll be the ultimate hero. He'll get the stones, and then he'll wreak havoc on Ultron.
Did you see his voice changed?
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. You know what I'm saying?
Every day he quotes Thanos. And then it'll be random. He must have a Thanos quota in his head, because sometimes it'll be random. It'll be like all that for a drop of blood. Who's bleeding?
Facts.
No one's bleeding. You're just throwing that in there.
Sometimes the legs turn to jelly. You know what I'm saying?
I can't and I won't. I can't and I won't. Who are you guys checking out Eternals? Are you doing movie theater? I know somebody suggested renting out a movie theater, which I might do.
I don't know.
They pushed back the Shang-Chi
Disney Plus release?
Yes.
Yo.
I didn't even want to finish the sentence, because then if I finish it, then it's true. Because I really want to see Shang-Chi again.
I do too.
I'm
mad, actually.
I've been working on some blog pieces, and I can't finish them because
you don't remember.
I feel like I don't want to speak out of turn. So I literally have them teed up, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what happened at this moment? What happened at that moment? But not enough to go back to the movie theaters.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So you got Venom coming out Thursday. Are you going to the theaters to see it?
No, and I liked Venom. I appreciated Venom.
Yeah.
First of all, Venom, Ella can't watch Venom. What's the rating of this one?
Probably PG-13 as usual.
I don't know. I felt
It
like
might be
Venom
rated
was
R.
dark,
It is
right?
Sony.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Go ahead while you.
I
know, but look. I think Venom 2 is going to be some surprises in there. And speaking of Venom, I think we're going to have to go back and watch all the Sony Spider-Mans. We are. It's just the fact they did it to us. With No Way Home coming out.
I just watched all the Sony ones.
No, the Tobey Maguire. Yeah, those ones. Andrew Garfield ones. Those ones. Yeah, you got to go back.
The only Garfield I recognize loves lasagna, and he's an orange cat. I'm not doing this.
Hilarious.
Corey's gonna watch that by himself.
Hilarious. What was I looking up the Venom for again? Just that fast.
You were looking at the date, I think. We will see Woody Harrelson in Venom, right?
Yeah. He's gonna be Carnage.
What about from Spider-Man? He was the dad, the date's dad. Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Will Michael Keaton be back in the mix?
Well, he should be because they showed him in the Morbius trailer. So
whatever happened to Morbius?
Right. They keep pushing that back.
That was wild. Like, we saw the trailer in Endgame and we're like, yes. And then radio silence.
Yeah. So you got Falcon. I mean, they're going to end up making the Sinister Six. You know what I mean? So you just need Kraven. Kraven actually is the only villain out of the Sinister Six that we haven't been introduced to in the MCU. But I don't even consider those original first Sony ones in the MCU. But now that No Way Home's coming,
they're gonna tie.
Yeah, so you gotta watch them.
I will say this, guys. The lineup has been crazy. Like, I can't wait to see Blade. It's a little bittersweet because we definitely felt like Michael K. Williams would have been great as far as the Blade team. So it's going to be bittersweet, but I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the Eternals. I can't wait for Black Panther 2. It's going, the Doctor Strange is going to be interesting because we'll get to see Wanda.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, with Wanda, when Wanda heard the boys, right, and she heard them crystal clear at the end of the WandaVision series. Sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't seen that. But could it be the same thing that was happening to Shang-Chi's dad, where he heard the mother crystal clear because the dragon was trying to lure him in? Could it be a setup that way? If they tie it in,
another good point.
If they tie it in like that, listen, kudos to Marvel.
Yeah,
kudos to Marvel.
You could be onto something there. I wonder. So the thing, what was it? The thing you loved the most?
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because
go ahead.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, because I was about to get off of that and go back to What If. Because I'm thinking that Vision is that the Vision that was keeping Wanda safe?
I wonder. I do wonder, and I will say this.
Because zombie Wanda might come out and defeat him.
That's true. That's true. I appreciate it.
Her vision back.
As good as the zombie episode was, there were so many things to appreciate, but one of them was that the feeling was mutual, right? Because Wanda, you went a little extreme during WandaVision, and we thought, that's a little crazy. And then we found Vision in What If, feeding you parts like he is Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors. And then I knew the love was real.
Love was real.
The
part I don't like about it is y'all got Vishon out of that. I didn't get nothing from Wanda out of this.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Vishon is a legend. He is a legend. Listen, yes, respect to Garfield and Friends. Gang all day. There were off topic, but there were two cartoon characters that I was always connected with. One was Tweety. When I was little, my entire family called me Tweety because, let's face it, I've got a big head and big eyes and I'm yellow, right? I get it. And then when when Garfield and Friends came out, they're like, look, Nicole, aka Odie. I'm telling you right now. If you don't remember that. Yes. Everyone's like, Nicole looks like Odie. So the Tweety and Odie. And I have a, we are adults now, and I have a cousin that still refers to me as Tweety.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I do too sometimes.
No, thank
you. Yeah.
No, thank you. Any other predictions or anything that you want to see?
He's saying, Deron's saying, what if Zombie Wanda set off the Ultron Vision connection?
Deron, you're not going to make Wanda the villain here, okay? I know everybody wants to vilify Wanda. And I'm pausing because you might be right. And I want to stick up for her because, you know, girl power and all. I don't know. There are so many different ways that this can go. I think everybody will be there for their part as far as the vocals, except for
Captain Marvel wasn't.
Brie Larson wasn't hers, and Spider-Man was. It was a filming
it wasn't
conflict.
Tom Holland. Yeah.
Tom Holland. It was a filming conflict,
yeah.
So it wasn't like, you know, he snubbed them or anything. It was just a conflict.
Right.
Yes. I know. I really am rooting for Wanda. I do want to go back and comment down below if you want to join us. I do want to go back and watch WandaVision again. Like, run the series back. You don't think so? I could absolutely run back Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I could run back Loki. I could run all three of them back. See, Corey would not feed me Avengers limbs. Corey's not that. He's not that Vision. He is not my Vision of love, guys. He's not.
Wanda was one and done. That was a rom-com. I dare you to say it wasn't.
Never.
Yeah, it was.
Never.
That was a rom-com.
Never.
Bruh.
Well, I will say this. If you want to watch it with me, let me know, because I'd be down for a rewatch.
Okay. Can I sleep?
That's fine.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I'll watch it.
You could be asleep. No problem.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna get that Monica Rambeau.
Yes, we need Monica.
I like how he started Rambeau though.
Listen.
It's Rambeau. Give her the French, Deron. You gotta give me the French. Rambeau.
Deron, write it how you want. I would be here for Monica Rambeau. I will say this, guys. We are looking forward to the next 2 episodes, the final 2 episodes. They're going to be amazing. I don't think they're going to disappoint at all.
No.
So,
how could they?
I mean, they can't.
No.
We're around that hour. So we're at the 8 o'clock mark. If you haven't liked this video already, please be sure, or like this live already, please be sure to like it. We will be good stewards of your. I know Corey's a mess. Don't even acknowledge him. Seriously and truly, don't even acknowledge him. Just he's a mess. But if you haven't done so, like it, and we will be good stewards of your time. We will wrap it up. We can't wait to hear everybody's thoughts and predictions. As you know, as soon as we watch What If, we will be here with the real review. If you're not on our social media, be sure to follow us, because we've got some other stuff going on. You know, fall is my favorite time of year.
It is mine as well.
I love me some fall. So we have some fun
cool.
stuff going on.
I like the cool air. You know what I mean? I do. See, she thinks it's a joke coming. I'm waiting because, you know, guys, I'm normally the brunt. I'm normally the brunt of all of his jokes. So. Nah, seriously though, I like fall as well.
I can't. It is the best time of year. Listen, spooky season is here. I haven't finished outside yet, but I definitely have my Halloween tree up. I said what I said. And it's wrapped in mummy gauze.
Send help.
And we've got the Sanderson sisters hats floating because it's spooky season.
Send help, please.
No.
Listen, setting up a GoFundMe for the candy. They expect good candy from us. See, that's the thing. When you decorate good for Halloween, everybody expects good candy.
First of all,
I ain't got it in.
We always have good candy.
No,
we always have.
We do.
Because Ella doesn't trick or treat. She doesn't like to trick or treat. She never did. She likes to hand out the candy and watch everybody's costumes.
Yeah.
So Ava treated trick or treat like it was a job. We had to be on the street at 6 p.m. and we were there until 8. Ava was collecting her candy.
Mhm.
She was the Debo of the candy game.
Yeah.
Ella, not so much.
No.
But guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We will see you again next Monday. And of course, you will see our real review for episode 8, What If? Cannot wait.
Yes.
Or episode 9.
8.
8, okay. I'm already forgetting about Party Thor. You see how that works? I'm already forgetting about it.
Ooh.
All right, guys. Well, until the next time.
Keep tripping, y'all.
Bye, guys.